All right, good morning. Hopefully everyone's got the morning coffee. So we go over the AMD Ryzen 9 9950X3D. It's supposed to be a really good processor, apparently. So what they got, this is the AMD's page. We'll be going over different websites where it's kind of got specs and prices. Prices have been taken from China and put into US without tariffs or anything, but we'll go over the prices there. So the ultimate 16-core desktop CPU with 2nd gen AMD 3D V-Cache technology can do it all with incredible performance for the most demanding gamers and creators. Well, that's good. So for what I'm going to do, setting something up real quick here. Just give me a minute. All right. So general specifications. Name, AMD Ryzen 9 9950X3D. We'll also go over the 9900X3D as well. It's just part of the Ryzen 9000 series. Family is Ryzen, of course. Form factor, desktops, box processor. Market segment, enthusiast desktop. So, enthusiasts. AMD Pro Technology. It's not even named for gamers or anything. It's enthusiasts. It's a high-end chip. AMD Pro Technologies, no. Regional availability, global. Former codename, Granite Ridge AM5. But can it run Crysis? Yeah, probably with like a 5090 maybe. Whatever AMD is going to come up with their high-end graphics cards. I don't think they're doing enthusiast grade graphic cards. I think they're just going to go to high-end. Architecture is Zen 5. Number of CPU cores, 16. Multi-threading SMT, yes. Number of threads is 32. Max boost clock up to 5.7 gigahertz. That's pretty good, man. That's actually pretty good. Base clock, 4.3 gigahertz. L1 cache, 1280 kilobyte. L2 cache, 16 megabyte. L3 cache, 128 megabyte. Default TDP, 170 watts. So it's not even a crazy wattage chip either. So it's also using TSMC 4 nanometer FinFET. Processor technology for I/O is TSMC 6 nanometer FinFET die. Package die count 3. It's going to have 3 dies on it. Overclock or unlocked for overclocking, yes. AMD Expo memory technology, yes. Precision boost drive, yes. Curve optimizer, voltage offsets, yes. AMD Ryzen Master support, yes. CPU socket AM5. These are supporting chipsets. Goes all the way back to A620, all the way up to the B850s. CPU boost technology, Precision Boost 2. Instruction says x86 to 64. Supported extensions, ES, AVX512, a whole bunch of different ones. You just go through those, see if any of those are good for what you use, and that'll be good. Usually AVX512 and AVX2 are good. Thermal solution, not included. Recommended cooler. Liquid cooler recommended for optimal performance. So it is going to be a TOSI CPU by the sounds of it. 95C TJ Max temp. It's good. I like to see a lower temp for CPUs, in my opinion, for max operating temp. The lower the temp, generally the lower temperature of the actual CPU will actually go to, without like overclocking or anything like that. Operating support, you got all of these, but you can also get custom Windows, like custom Windows 7 and XP that should be able to support it. Yeah, if not, maybe Windows 8, but you can get custom Windows. Native USB 3.2 Gen 2, 10 gigabits per second. You have 4 native USB 2.0, 480 megabits per second, one PCI Express version, PCIe 5.0, native PCIe lanes 28 to 24, total and usables. Usable is 24. NVMe support, boot, RAID 0, RAID 1, 5, and 10. System memory type DDR5, memory channels 2, max memory 192 gigabytes is a lot. System memory subtype UDIM. Max memory speeds is 2x1R. Ranks, so 2x1 to 2x2R, same thing, same speeds. With 4 sticks though, you are gonna be at a lower DDR5 speed. That's low. 3600 in my opinion for 4 DIM is really low for DDR5. Like that's what they're saying max. That's their max. Insane. ECC support, yes, but requires mobile support, of course. Graphic capabilities. Graphics frequency is 2200 megahertz. USB Type-C display port, yes. What do we got for key features? AMD Expo technology. Ooh, that's its key features. But 16-core CPU is pretty good. Again, it's probably 16-core normal. While gaming and whatnot, it's could be used in just 8-core. But that was just a 9950X3D. We'll go after 9900X3D now. Same thing though. Second gen AMD 3D V-Cache. So this is the 9900X3Ds per Ryzen 9s. Line up again for the 9000 series. Same thing. Enthusiast as well. AMD Pro Technologies is no. It's going to be global. Granite Ridge AM5, Zen 5, 12 cores. So from 16 to 12 cores. Multi-threading, yes. 24. Up to 5.5 gigahertz max boost, which is 0.2 megahertz lower than the 9950X3D base clock. A little bit higher for base clock by the looks of it. Yeah, 0.1 megahertz higher for base clock though. L1 cache 960 versus the 1280. L2 cache lower. L3 cache is still pretty high. So crazy. 120 watt as well. Well, not as well, but 120 watt versus 170. TSMC 4 nanometer FinFET. TSMC 6 nanometer FinFET for the I/O die. Package die count again, 3 dies for this chip. Unlocked for overclocking, and I do believe the Bauer made a video about delitting. I think we've gone over this with the live streams as well. The Bauer has is selling delitted 9000X3Ds, and it does show 3 as well. Unlocked for overclocking, everything's still the same, and it says liquid cooler recommended, and thermal solution is not included. So it's a little bit of a downgrade. Base clock is a little bit higher, which can help in some cases. 120 watts, not terrible. Alright, now we're going to go over to Tom's Hardware. So I do like Tom's Hardware, and they got the prices, and it's going to come out March 12th. So chip arrives March 12th, 3 days. And I did go over this with another live stream while I was gaming on Marvel Rivals. AMD announces pricing for Ryzen 9 9950X3D and 9900X3D at $699 and $599. Now, first I was like, nah, $699 seems kind of expensive. This is an enthusiast grade CPU. It's not for everybody, so $699 kind of makes sense. The performance really has to be there. And $599. Four less cores and not as much L1 or L2 cache, basically. AMD brings X3D to the highest end, blah, blah, blah. March 12th, and then 3 days after being announced at CES 2025, blah, blah, blah. The 900X arrived, blah, blah, blah. November, blah, blah, blah. Roll up the win. Roll up song, guys. If you're Canadian. Exactly. Yeah, that's exactly right here. The 16 cores are likely to make it a solid productivity CPU as well. Yes, that's what I would like to see out of it. It's all rated for the same speeds from memory. We still don't know the base clocks of the two releases. What we do know about their speeds and feeds is exciting, to say the least. The chips will be 16 core and 12 core parts with 9950X3D turboing up to 5.7. The X3D and the CPU core names for the inclusion of 3D V-cache technology. Yes, we already know that. And the invention that stacks a wicked fast cache chiplet beneath the CPU dies to maximize gaming performance. The chips will run mighty warm, yeah. TDP is 170 for the 9950X3D and 120 for 9900. As far as getting your hands on 9950X3D on release day, there are no promises to be made. So, if you're looking to get one of these chips, hopefully you're the first one there, basically. The top end CPUs and GPUs have been scarce lately. The Ryzen 7 9900X3D is currently out of stock via AMD, selling at inflated prices at retailers. Not much need to be said about the difficulty of obtaining Nvidia or AMD's newest GPUs. So while AMD's 9950X3D will be wonderful for the gaming, if a CPU crushes frames with no one around to buy it, it is still the best number cruncher. Is it still the best number cruncher? Yeah, exactly. So they're staying right here with top 100. That 100%, they're going off 285K, giving you the increase in performance. Black Myth Wukong, it doesn't help you at all. Crazy. And Watch Dogs gives you a 64%, so that's pretty crazy. While we don't have independent benchmarks just yet, AMD claims that the gaming and productivity performance of the 9950X3D and 9900X3D are outstanding per AMD's own internal testing. Their internal testing actually on the GPUs are pretty accurate, so that's good. 20% faster than Intel's flagship Core Ultra 9, 285K, and 1080p game testings. 8% over the last gen. That's good. Yes, Intel is better for single-threaded and for some of the chips multi-threaded, but we'll have to see with this Ryzen 9 9950X3D. Its boost clock is good, so it might be a contender for single clock or single core tests. And then we'll see about the multi-threaded tests, because 32 threads is a lot still. Alright, so now we'll go on techpowerup.com. See what they're saying. They're saying the same price, $699. These prices again came from China. Just put their currency to US. So this is what China's paying for their CPUs. Oh, you got the 9070 XT installed? Nice. You got it booted up yet, or? No, not much on this page for it. Run it with a, yep, minus 115 millivolt undervolt, and it's still drawing around 1.05 volts. Really? Have you tested it in just stock? See what the voltage is at? Because that seems like it'll go close to 1.2 volts. Stress tested casual OC. Yeah. Well, it's not an OC. That it's an undervolt. It's just to help people with cases that are smaller cases not overheat the GPU, so that way it boost clocks higher. So only that's all it is. Yeah, you should definitely do it a test though in just stock settings, no undervolt at all, and let me know the voltage it's hitting. All right, sounds good. Cause yeah, it's by the looks of it, it's going close to 1.2 volts, which is not really heard of. Having that amount of voltage is awesome. And then let me know what it's boost clocking to while it's on stock. Because generally after 30 degrees Celsius, the boost clock automatically makes it go down. Undervolt, but also plus 10% power limit. That wouldn't change the voltage. It would just allow it so to make sure it won't hit a power limit. Which I can show you what I mean. The hardware monitor here. A little big. Oop, wrong one. So go down. And then down here, see where I'm clicking down here. If we run the GPU and we see a value of a 1, that means it's hitting the power limit. And you also get your temperature limit, so whatever temperature the GPU allows it to go to, it could be 75, 85 degrees Celsius. Reliable voltage limit, operational voltage limit, utilization limit, which you really don't have to worry about utilization limit, and SLI synchronization limit, which we won't have to worry about because you won't have SLI. But yeah, power limit, temperature limit, reliability voltage, and operational voltage. So what you can do with the test when you do the undervolt, next time when you're doing the undervolt, what you can do is do the undervolt whatever you want, run whatever tests you're doing or games that you'll be playing, and then check to see if it's hitting the operational voltage limit. If it's not even hitting it, you could lower it more. Yeah. Chips look pretty good. Again, so many board chips to choose from. Like, so many. It's insane. One thing good about AMD there is still same socket. And it's smart of AMD to switch over to land grid array instead of pin grid. Have capabilities. Same thing, 2200. I just don't get that's their key features. AMD Expo technology, AMD Ryzen. SOD. What else they got for products? Pro laptops, desktops, AI for business. What? All you need for ultra fast gaming, whether you need ultra high refresh rates for esports or all settings max for exploring your favorite open worlds. AMD Radeon RX 9000 series graphics deliver all your needs for ultra fast gaming. Supercharge your experience with AMD Hyper RX 1. Never heard of it. And unleash the true potential of your Radeon RX GPU, leveraging the combined forces of advanced super resolution, frame generation, and latency reduction technologies. What is it? Wonder if the voltage limiter is not doing anything. It's the same thing on the 30 series cards from Nvidia. Voltage doesn't do anything. Max boost almost 3.2. That's crazy. That's stock, right? That's stock. 3.2 gigahertz stock is. Those cores are flying, man. Stream like a pro. Yeah, apparently it's pretty good. Still, again, not as good as AMD or Nvidia, I mean, but they're getting there. See what we got in this. See if they got anything around. Yeah, they at least they're showing the 9000 X3Ds. Yeah, it's default setting now. That's crazy. Yeah, I think the 5070 Ti's are doing like 3.12 out of the box. I'm again not sure what models they were hitting those core frequency on it, but that's still flying. Oh, what's the speed of your memory as well? If it lets you know. What's the speed of the GDDR6 hitting? I just want to know what it's overclocked, because it's not, none of these are stock GDDR6. It's like a overclocked, or they did something a little bit different, but I'm guessing they just overclocked it a bit, gave it a little bit more voltage. I also like to know the voltage on those new chips. Or they could be just old GDDR6 chips, but they just gave it a little bit more voltage to get more frequency stable out of it. Because they're good for overclocking. GDDR6 is good for overclocking for the RAM. The X is a little bit better. Error correcting does help a lot too. And Overclocking, AMD Expo one-touch memory overclocking with kits going up to DDR 8000 speeds. Yeah, some people, yes. And this 8000, I don't get why people want to see this 8000. 8000 with good timings would be awesome. You're not going to get 8000 with good timings right now. It's just not going to happen. Just not going to happen, man. Exclusive AMD 3D cache technology, blah, blah, blah. We just went all through all that. With up to 144 megabytes of on-chip memory available. It's about 2118 out of the box. Yeah, slightly overclocked. It's supposed to be a 2400 something. Around 2400. So it is slightly overclocked. Nice. That's actually good to see, man. That's good to see. And it's better than the 19 gigabits per second bandwidth. I think it's around 20.1 or 20.3 for what AMD is using for the GDDR6. Still not as fast as GDDR6X or GDDR7, but it's still better than nothing. It's showing with the performance is actually pretty good. So now they're going against the 14900K on this for their Ryzen 9950X. Blender 56%, handbrake plus 55. So gaming versus 285. I don't know why they're switching CPU. 14900K does beat 285K in some tests. It was these tests done before their driver update that helped fix a lot of, not fix, but like just made it perform better. Cyberpunk 2077, Far Cry 6, Call of Duty Black Ops 6, Final Fantasy. I gotta get the Final Fantasy, this one here for the benchmark. Kind of like the benchmark, so I want to do some videos on that. Counter-Strike 2. And Counter-Strike 2's benchmark's kind of broken too, which is kind of odd. Doesn't show you like any stats afterwards. Intel Core Ultra 285K. Whatever. So they got a game bundle. Oh yeah, they're promoting Monster Hunter Wilds, which is pretty cool. Done a video on that. If you guys haven't checked it out, you definitely should. AMD Ryzen compatible memory. Find AMD partner memory kits that have been tested by AMD partners. Yeah, it'll be Expo. AMD recommended processor coolers. I don't really care about that, to be honest. 5.7 gigahertz is good to see, though. And yeah, the 16 cores is good to see, too. Again, will probably be just 8 cores on the 3D cache. They probably won't change that anytime soon. Oh, what do they got for... Oh, I didn't even see the... AMD Ryzen delivers the power of personal AI processing. For decades, AMD has pioneered technology to push the limits of what AI can accomplish. So now you can experience the power of your very own incredibly advanced artificial intelligence technology. It's alien technology. Be ready to usher in the future with new capabilities that only AMD Ryzen can provide. Whether it's enabling the ultimate AI platform with the Ryzen 9000 series or AMD Ryzen AI with select Ryzen 8000G series processors, it's your key to unlock magical AI experiences on your PC. Did AI write this? Upgradable for years to come. Invest in a platform that grows with your needs over time. Your PC platform could be investment reliability. AMD is the only processor manufacturer that has committed of years of future support for the cutting-edge socket AM5 platform. So you will be able to upgrade to new processors we haven't even announced yet. Ooh. The newest AMD desktop platform is packed with state-of-the-art technologies, including high-speed DDR5 memory, PCIe 5.0 support, blah, blah, blah. And hopefully you can get 8,000, but you're not. I find 7,200 megatransfers per second with some good timings is good. For AMD, probably around 6,400, maybe 6,800 would be alright. Oh, that's what they got for performance. Wow, they don't really got much in this, do they? What else we got in here? Advancing enterprise AI platforms from cloud to edge to endpoints. So with the undervolt and power limit bump, I also bumped RAM speed to 2600. What? RAM speed. Oh, VRAM. GPU is touching 3.3, almost 3.4 gigahertz. Wow. Yeah, so that GDDR6 memory, you should be able to go plus 800 on it fairly easily. Should be able to. And if you have GDDR6X memory, plus 1600 is pretty normal for it. There's not a whole lot of gains putting it up that much. Raising the VRAM with raising the core does help frames quite a bit, though. Just raising the VRAM helps. Yeah. Kind of, yeah. It's like, I was like, 20, your RAM speed to 2600. 2600 is really slow. Like, that's DDR3 speeds. Some DDR4 speeds, but DDR3, 2600 around there. Around where some people were left off. You can do 3000 on them now. I just get some Corsair Dominators. Corsair Dominators with a i7 4770K or 4790K. You can get 3000 plus out of the RAM. Mind you, like 1.6 volts. Close to 1.6 volts. I think the kits were rated for 1.5 volts. Yeah, but almost 3.4 gigahertz. That's fast. After 2700, the GPU frequency actually starts to drop. Yeah, because you're losing. Now, if you're checking the hardware monitor, what's happening is you're hitting the power limit. Which will automatically start dropping the core voltage. That's what happens. That's why overclocking can be kind of fun. As long as you can keep the temperatures down around 30 degrees Celsius on the card too, you can get more performance. The colder you can get it, the less impedance on the voltage being put to the core, which can help stabilize the actual core frequency, so you can keep raising it with fairly low voltage. Colder you get, higher temperatures. If you haven't watched actually hardcore overclocking, Buildzoid, he had a 69, I think it was a 6900 XT or 6950 XT. I'm pretty sure it was a 6900 XT. He had the world's fastest one, and it was on air. So voltage mod, voltage mods, no power limit mod on it too. But he had it on air. It was hitting like 75 degrees Celsius after a benchmark, but pretty crazy. Because the higher the temperature, the more voltage you're going to need to put into it to help out with the impedance and stabilize. Yeah, I'm using the stock cooler and it's decent. Won't go over 55. Yeah, I heard they were really cool temperatures on those cards. Nice and cool. The coolers are well beefy enough for these cards, especially in a maybe not so airflowy case. Will be good for summertime too. if you don't have AC. Yeah, because my 3070 Ti hits 62, 63 degrees Celsius. And it's a pretty big cooler on it too. What we got for products? Accelerators. Do you still have the instincts out? No way. Pretty crazy. I didn't even know they still had the instinct going. More AI now. Powerhouse productivity on an AI PC. Advance your business and power hundreds of different AI functions for your workflows on AMD Ryzen Pro desktop processors with AMD Ryzen AI. With an AMD Ryzen 7 8700G, it's actually really good. It's a really good CPU for overclocking. Processor compared to an Intel Core i7 4700 processor. 47% performance. Up to 76% less power. Why are they comparing? It's odd how they're comparing the 8700 GE to the 14700. They ain't the same, not even close to being the same type. But yeah, the AMD's 8000, like the 8700Gs, the Gs, 8000Gs are actually some pretty beefy CPUs for overclocking. Oh, they're comparing for graphics. It's not. It ain't the same. These CPUs, these Ryzen 7 Pro 8700Gs are literally built for APU, integrated graphics. The 14700's not. That doesn't have a terrible graphics, but it's not built for being a graphic for graphics. Like it does have integrated graphics, but it's not designed specific, like an actual specific way for graphics to be the main priority of it. Productivity is for that CPU. Yeah, the little small form factors. The 780M is good. iGPU. Apparently the performance like a 1050 Ti or something. 35 watt. 35 watts. That's crazy. That's wondering why the base clock was so low too. Now, maybe I'll show you. Hopefully we can see this page. Oh no. Where's my sub box? It disappeared. Okay, so we are here. We are in hardwarebot.org now. And I'll show you why the A700G. There it is. We'll go to so Y Cruncher. This is an 8700G. It's fast. But just on water, 18 seconds. 18.3 for a Y Cruncher. 7-zip, it does really good scores as well. So 7-zip. Make sure we're on water here. 137,000, which is that's fast. Almost at 6 gigahertz does 144,000. So far our team's best is 124,000. A couple people used them in the last competition because they were good. They were very good. Y Cruncher Pi BBP it's a new one. It's basically strictly CPU. It doesn't really care about RAM. But what I've noticed was this test having a higher clock rate on the actual RAM itself, just higher like frequency of the RAM does help. Doesn't care about timings though. But I did notice a bit of a gain of performance just by raising clock, the RAM speed. Strictly CPU based test. Only do these kind of tests, these Y Cruncher tests, you have good cooling. It will stress it out. And let's see what I'm placing right now. I haven't done much. I only got one record this year so far. I haven't really submitted much. Country, 10th in Canada right now. Team, I'm 30th. For career, it's just got a career. So worldwide, I have 217,672 people. I'm top 360 right now. Apprentice League, this is again career since this started. I only started back in December 2022. This started back in 2005. So I'm fairly new, but fairly good. Apprentice 55 1904. Apprentice League is not the lowest league. Apprentice League allows you to go all the way up to dry ice. Yeah, right now I'm not doing so hot. 32nd in Canada, 32nd Team WAG, Apprentice 81 at 108, worldwide 689. Not so good. I placed top 100 last year. Apprentice League, first place in Canada. Team WAG was top 29 or 30. And in my country, I was 4th place. What has our team been doing, though? What has our team been doing? Not much. None of us have really been doing all. We're slacking. We're all slacking right now. What are we doing? The display's not up there. He's not doing nothing right now. Is he not doing anything right now? What you doing, man? No, March 7th, right there. 1200K at 6.9. Nice. Y Cruncher with a Xeon. 9 seconds. That's fast. That's fast. Ryzen 790 700X at 7 gigahertz. This is Hardbot X265 benchmark 4K. He's doing 44.26 frames per second. It's pretty good. That's 7 gigahertz. Holy. That's a chochin, man. He's a chochin. Did a lot of tests at 7 gigahertz. Oh, he did a CPU 1 billion, 7.2. Benchmark's been doing anything either. Nope. How did he get the third? Almost there. Almost in second. Just we don't have a lot of members versus other teams. We only have 135 members. And then Overclock.net has almost 2,000 members. And then Warp 9 has 45 members. But these Warp 9s just cracked. They're cracked, man. Overclock.net. We're almost caught up. Almost caught up. I do need to get some more points put in. Generally do it. And like Q3 of the year. Third quarter, basically. Like, so later on in the year. This year I do want to get into dry ice. I just gotta work on saving up money for CPU and GPU pots, basically. That way I can dominate the Apprentice League. I've been getting all my records and whatnot on just chilled water. Custom water loops. So Benchmark was the one that started this team. Nice. Crazy though, crazy. We're getting there. We're getting there. All right. Well, probably gonna end the stream there, to be honest. There's a short stream this morning, just to go over some news on the 9950X 3D and 9900X 3D. Just let know the prices of them. So $699 for the top end enthusiast grade, and for the 9900X 3D, it's $599. One's gonna be a 16 core, 32 thread. The other one's gonna be a 12 core, 24 thread. 9950X 3D is gonna have more L1 and L2 cache, and a little bit more L3 cache. Not much. Other than that, there's actually not a whole lot of GPU news out there. The 97 XTs are sounding like hotcakes, performing great. Can't find any 5070s or 5070 Ti's, or even 50 series cards at that, or even close to the MSRP price if you are looking for them. It's actually brutal right now. It's actually like brutal. So hope everyone has a good Sunday. I'm out. Thank you to all my new subscribers, viewers, and donators. Again, you guys do help out this community a lot. If you have not checked out the Discord, definitely check out Discord link. Have quite a few members there now, and we all enjoy a time just showing PC hardware and overclocking. So that's it.